It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we're watching the Bisons, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bisons and the Sentinels, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the Sentinels of San Diego taking on the Bisons of Omaha. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Omaha team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Omaha. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 22-yard line.
Hal down to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Sentinels take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 89 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This second and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. You look at this defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup of 17 yards. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing here, Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bisons are an extra point away from drawing level. Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a real... Oh, what a juke into space! Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, They know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Powell. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they bring out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Throwing on 1st down, Morrison. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Morrison. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Howell's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Howell. Over the middle, complete. It's Sullivan. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Johnson goes in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Powell. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bisons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter. San Diego in possession of the football. Here's 3rd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. The punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Johnson to return it. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go play action. Howell. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Howell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Santos. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And Howell will throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Howell. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bisons have moved out in front. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Morrison. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Clemens. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down. Morrison. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Johnson on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Good strong throwing catch right there. So far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now they go play action with Howell. Again, it's Johnson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bisons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down now, Clemens. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Morrison. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is taken at the 23.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Back
back to the air on second down. Morrison.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Back to throw. Morrison.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Santos. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
He finds his man complete. That's Sullivan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bisons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
35, Sentinels 14.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to...
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear.
we're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll run on 1st down. Clemens. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Operating from the gun, Morrison. It's completed to Caldwell. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
On 1st down, Morrison. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clemens, 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
On 1st down, Howell.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5. Howell down to throw it.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Clemens. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
He finds his man complete. That's Santos. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Powell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Option left. Howell's going to run with it.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's Howell.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Howell. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Clemens. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Morrison. Throw out wide is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Howell. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st and 10, Morrison. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Morrison. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Sentinels.
Looking to throw. Morrison. And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football, and it will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Omaha's offense back out for another series. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Little bootleg here. Howell.
That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Howell. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Throwing on first down, Morrison. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Morrison. And he will find his man on the outside. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Morrison.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 7 and the San Diego first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Morrison. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Looking to throw. Morrison. Going right side here, and that's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Howell. That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Morrison. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Sentinels.
Looking to throw. Morrison. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
The 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Morrison. And Caldwell's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the false start will back them up 5. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Omaha, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.